Hello, it's been a little while since I've done a live stream, but I am heading back and getting back into level 2 today for one more grammar lesson. Today we are looking at this grammar form right here, the ko ita grammar form, which is on page 55. So that's what we're going to be working on today. This is suitable for beginners. Although this is in book 2, it's still a pretty, I think, easy to understand and use grammar form that's pretty useful. So ko ita is the present progressive tense. What that means in English is the am doing grammar form. So for example, something like I am eating or I am sleeping, things like that. This is how you can do it in Korean. Ko ita. So first we have a little practice exercise to conjugate these verbs using the present progressive form ko ita. It says unless specified otherwise, conjugate into the a or your present tense. So when this is in the present tense, it becomes verb ko 있어요. You just add 어요 on the end to make it present tense. So let's zoom in a little bit here so we can see these verbs. The first one is 요리하다. 요리하다 is a verb meaning to cook. To cook. So how do you say I am cooking? It's 요리하 plus 고 있어요. So 요리하고 있어요. You always just take off 타 and then you add this grammar form. 고 있어요. So 요리하고 있어요 means I am cooking. All right, let's look at the next one. This verb is 수영하다. 수영하다 means to swim. So how do you say I am swimming? Miss M, beautiful. You take the verb 수영하, you take off the 타, and now you add 고 있어요. This means I am swimming. All right, let's see another one. 읽다. 읽다 means to read. So how do you say I am reading? Same thing. You just take off 타 and replace it with 고 있어요. That means I am reading. Now, as an aside, any of these sentences could use something like 저는 to be a personal pronoun, like I am doing something, but you don't need to include 저는 if you don't want to. You can leave it out, and this still means someone, assumedly you, are reading. All right, next one. 가르치다. 가르치다 means to teach. So how do you say I am teaching? You can probably see how this works now. 가르치고 있어요. I am teaching. All right. What about this one? What does this verb mean? 마시다. Does anyone here, quick grammar, well, actually a vocab quiz. Anyone know what 마시다 means in English? 마시다. The drink here is a clue. This means to drink. Yes, G. Papa, yes. Amazing. It means to drink. So how do you say I am drinking? 마시고 있어요. I am drinking. All right. Next we have 듣다. 듣다 means to listen. So it becomes 듣고 있어요. I am drinking. Listening. I am listening. 듣고 있어요. 먹다 becomes 먹고 있어요. This means I am eating. 공부하다. 공부하다 means to study. 공부하고 있어요. Yes, I am studying. 공부하고 있어요. I am studying. And the last one, 여행하다. Does anyone know what 여행하다 means in English? 여행하다. 여행하고 있어요. This verb here means, yes, Miss M, it means to travel. To travel or go on vacation, go on a trip, go on holiday. Yes, Neriberry also means that. So if you said 여행하고 있어요, that means I am traveling. I'm on vacation. I'm on holiday. Something like that. All right, so that was the first exercise. Next, we have some multiple choice questions. So select the correct answer to the following multiple choice questions. Let's have a look. A. The grammar form 고 있다 attaches to all verb stems regardless of whether the verb stem ends on a vowel or a consonant. Is that true or false? So a lot of grammar forms in Korean, they sort of change a little bit depending on whether you're attaching them to a verb ending on a vowel or a consonant. But 고 있어요, it doesn't matter. It goes on all verb stems just the same. So this is true. This is indeed true. It's very simple, easy to use. You just always attach 고 있다. B. The 고 있다 grammar form is attached to 1. Nouns, 2. Descriptive verbs, 3. Action verbs, or 4. All of the above. So where can you use this grammar form and what types of words? Nouns, descriptive verbs, action verbs, or all of the above. So 고 있다 is only used with action verbs. Yes, only action verbs. It's the same in English, right? You can't say something like the cat is catting or it is prettying. You can't say anything like that. It's always actions, studying, cooking, swimming, things like that. All right, C. The present progressive tense refers to actions taking place, 1, in the present moment, so right now, 2, generally at the current time, so just nowadays or in general, or 3, either of the above. So how is the present progressive tense used in practice? It can be used in either of the above, actually. So you can say something like, same in English, you can say, I am studying right now. And you can also say something like, I'm studying chemistry in general. Like maybe you might be doing something else right at the second, but lately I'm studying chemistry, or I'm studying Japanese lately, things like that. So it can be used either way. D. In English, sentences in the present progressive tense are usually written as 1. I did. 2. I do. 3. I am doing. Or 4. I will do. So how is the present progressive tense used in English? What is it translated to usually? It's translated to I am doing. So that is kind of the English equivalent of this 고 있다 grammar form. All right, and E, last question here. The 아어요 present tense can also be used to talk about the present progressive situations. So 아어요, this is just the simple present tense, right? 먹어요, 공부해, or things like that. This grammar form can actually be used to make sentences similar to this meaning. So 먹어요 can mean I eat or I am eating, which is this 먹고 있어요 form. So just be careful with this. This grammar form only means I am eating. But 먹어요, the simple present tense, can also mean this as well. So this is quite a, has a broad usage. This has a narrower usage. Okay, let's look at a challenge question. This one, the question is, which of the following sentences is the best translation of I was teaching in Korea last year? So, was teaching. This is our progressive tense in the past, right? Was teaching. The past tense of am teaching is was teaching. So we know we have past tense, and we know we have talking about last year and in Korea. Let's look at our options. We have 작년에 한국에 가르치고 있었어요. 2. 작년에서 한국에 가르치고 있었어요. Or 3. 작년에 한국에서 가르치고 있었어요. So, this is actually a question about these particles, which we learned in level 1. Maybe I'll color these two differently. So only one of these is grammatically correct. And which one is it? So let's go one by one. The first one, 작년에 한국에 가르치고 있었어요. So this particle actually is not correct. Why? Why is this not correct? It's because, so this sentence here, right, we're trying to say I was teaching in Korea last year. And when you're doing an action in a place, that place should use 에서. When an action is being done in a place, you need to use the 에서 particle on that place. So this first one is not correct, right? It's not correct because this particle here is wrong. We need to use the 에서 particle. That also eliminates this one, right? 작년에서 한국에 가르치고 있었어요. This doesn't make sense either because the 에서 particle is not used with times. 작년에 is a time meaning last year. And you can't do, you don't use the 에서 particle with times. So this one is wrong as well. This last one is the correct answer, number 3. 작년에 한국에서 가르치고 있었어요. This 에 particle here indicates something happens on some time. This 에서 particle indicates something happens in a place. And this here means was teaching. Hopefully that makes sense. This is using knowledge from level 1 about these two particles, making sure you sort of know how they're used. All right. Next question. We have some grammar combination exercises. So we are going to take our 거 있어요 form and make sentences that also use 지 않다. 지 않다, this grammar form, we learned in level 1, and it means that something is not or does not happen. Let me zoom out a little bit more. So we're going to be making negative sentences in the present progressive tense, which is our ko isoya form. Let's look at the first one together. A, I am not working out these days. I am not working out these days. So we can start with our subject, right? We're talking about ourselves, so I can just write 저는. This is optional. You don't have to write 저는, but we'll start with that. Now, this word, these days. These days in Korean is 요즘. 요즘. And then be careful with this particle. So this 요즘 does not use the air particle. It uses no particle, or if you like, you can add the topic particle to add a little bit more contrast, a little bit more emphasis. But you don't use the air particle. Yes. It's the same in English actually. You don't say like, if this air particle is like in or on, we don't say in these days, or I guess you could maybe say on these days, but also that's weird, right? You don't say on lately or in lately, right? You just say lately. So same thing in Korean. 요즘 does not use the air particle. Yeah, you're welcome. So 저는 요즘은 these days, as for these days, what's happening? We end with our verb, and the verb is working out. Working out is 운동하다. Now we need to have it in the present progressive tense, right? Because this is this am working part. Am ing. So, 요즘에. Is this for speaking or writing only? I thought when you're talking you can say 요즘에. Maybe in casual language you could. I haven't heard it that often, but maybe you have. So how do you combine G anta with ko ita? It's very simple. This G anta just attaches to the end. So start with our ko ita, ko it, and now we add G an. This means not doing. And now the final thing we need to do is put it in the present tense, which is ayo. See this last vowel sound here is, you can't see this, is this last vowel sound. So we end with ayo. 운동하고 있지 않아요. 저는 요즘 운동하고 있지 않아요. I am not working out these days. B, I am not studying these days. So this is kind of a similar sentence. We're going to have, hopefully this isn't too small for you guys to read it. I am not studying these days. So same thing, we can start with our 저는, optional, talking about ourselves. 저는 요즘 or 요즘은 not studying. To study in Korean is 공부하다. Studying in the present progressive is 하고 있다. And then not doing it is 않아요. 지 않아요. And then we have our ko ita here. I am not studying these days. CC Combs, Madhu Purkan. Yeah, good job. Amazing. C, I am not eating right now. All right, so it's another sort of similar sentence, but a new verb. The verb 저는 요즘. I lately, right now. Oh, right now. This is actually a different noun. So the word for right now is 지금. 지금 means right now. 저는 지금. So 지금 also does not use the air particle. It can only is written by itself or with the topic particle. 저는 지금 먹고 있지 않아요. What does 요즘 mean? 요즘 means lately or these days. Yes. D. Nadia is not traveling right now. I'm going to write these here. So we're talking about Nadia. So this is our subject. We're going to start with her name, Nadia는. As for Nadia, what is she not doing? She's not traveling. And to travel, well, first we'll have our time word. Nadia는 지금, right now. Oh wait, Miss M, Nadia, she. Yeah, you can say that as well. You can say Nadia, she. It's just a little bit more formal. It depends on your relationship to Nadia. Nadia는 or Nadia, she는 지금 여행하고 있지 않아요. 지금은, is that incorrect? Yeah, you can say 지금은. You can add 지금 or 지금은. Both are fine. If you said 지금은, it's just a little bit more emphasis on like that feeling of, okay, right now she's not traveling. Maybe at other times she was or she will travel in the future, but right now she's not. That's just a kind of a feeling that when you add the topic particle, it adds a little bit more of a feeling of contrast or emphasis. So Nadia, right now, traveling, doing, is not. Literally, that's what that means. Okay. E. Rachel is not driving these days. Rachel is not driving these days. We have a new subject, Rachel. Rachel은 these days, which is 요즘. Nadia, these days, she's not driving. You may not know the verb to drive, but it is 운전하다. 운전하다 is to drive. So Rachel lately put our verb here, 운전하, right? Now we add our 있다, driving currently, and then 지 않아요 is not doing it. Miss M, good job. 레이첼은 요즘 운전하고 있지 않아요. She's not driving these days. Okay, awesome, good job. And now we have exercise 4, another grammar combination, which is 코 있다 and 에서. These highlighters aren't the prettiest colors, but that's okay. 코 있다 and 에서. So this 코 있다, remember, is the present progressive. This 에서 particle is used to show an action happens in or at some noun, the noun being the in. So this is what the 에서 particle, and it always attaches to nouns. This 코 있다 always attaches to verbs. So this first one, I am studying Korean at a cafe. Oh, I see some of you writing sentences. Amazing, good job. I am studying Korean at a cafe. So the subject is I. So we have the option to start with 저는, to talk about ourselves. Now, next let's put our place, at a cafe. So this is where our 에서 particle comes in. first we put our noun, which is kape, kape, and then we add our eso particle to show that some action is happening in that place. 오랜만이에요. 네, 오랜만이에요. Welcome back. 저는 카페에서, in the cafe, what am I doing? Studying Korean. Now remember, in Korean, the object, this is our object, comes before the verb. The verb in Korean always comes last. So we're going to have our object here, which is 한국어, 한국어를, because it's the object of our verb, it's the thing being studied. And then last we have our verb, 공부, I'm running out of space, 하고, I'm going to write smaller next time, 하고 있어요, because we are doing it currently, right? Currently in progress, that is our 고 있어요 form. 저는 카페에서 한국어를 공부하고 있어요. Okay. Amazing. Good job, everybody. Next, we have I am eating ramen at a restaurant. So you can start with chonin if you like. I'm going to just leave it out. Let's start with our location, which is a restaurant. Restaurant in Korean is 식당. 식당, you could also see sometimes restaurant in Korean as well. That's just the kind of Konglish version. But 식당 is very commonly used to mean restaurant. And we're doing an action in this place, right? So we need to use 에서. 식당에서, or 저는 식당에서, in the restaurant, I am eating ramen. So ramen comes first. It's the object of our verb. 라면 is how you write ramen in Korean. 라면. What is 음식점? Oh, 음식점 is also like, literally 음식점 means like food place. But that's also like a place to eat. You might see it as, I don't see it used that often, but it does mean like a place to eat, a stop to eat, a place to eat at. 식당에서 ramen. Again, we're using the object particle because the ramen is our object. It's the thing being eaten. And now to say that you are doing the action of eating, right? 먹다 is the verb to eat. And now we add our 있어요 grammar form, because I am doing it right now, or currently. 식당에서 라면을 먹고 있어요. Amazing. Good job. Sorry, I keep bumping my stand here. Keeps jiggling. C. I am singing songs at a concert. I am singing songs at a concert. So, again, you can start with chonin if you like. I'm just going to leave it out. And then concert, I believe, is spelled concert. That's sort of an English word, but in Korean. concert에서, in a concert or at a concert. Even though in English, you know, we might say in or we might say at, in Korean, as long as you're doing some action in a place, you use 에서. concert에서. And now to sing songs, this has been provided as a vocab word, so you don't have to know this. You can just use this. If you do, there's a couple of different ways you could say this, but 노래를. 노래 is a song, and 부르다, you could say this, but 노래를. 노래 is a song, and 부르다 is to sing or sort of call out loud. So 노래를 부르고 있어요. I am singing at a concert, singing out loud. All right, D. I am traveling in Korea right now. Right now I'm traveling in Korea. So now we have a time word. Let's start with our time word. Right now in Korean is 요즘. 요즘. No, sorry. 지금. 지금. 요즘 is these days. Right now is 지금. So 지금 or 지금은. In Korea, I am traveling. So now we have our place word. 지금 in Korea is 한국에서. Korea is our place, and then 에서 to show that we're doing some action in that place. 지금 한국에서 I am traveling is 여행하고 있어요. This 여행하고 있어요 means am traveling in Korea right now. All right. In our last sentence, I am riding my bike in the park. I am riding my bike in the park. So, again, we can start with our subject if you like. I'm just going to leave it out. But you could start with Chon in here. And now let's do our place. Park in Korean is 공원. 공원 is park. So in the park is 공원에서. 공원에서. And then bicycle. Bicycle is 자전거. 자전거 is bicycle. And then to ride is another verb you need to know is 타다. And 자전거 is our object because it's the thing being ridden, right? So that's why we need the object particle. 자전거, 자전거를 타고 있어요. I am riding. This 타 comes from the verb 타다, meaning to ride. All right. I am riding. This 타 comes from the verb 타다, meaning to ride. All right. So that was all of our grammar combinations. We looked at how to combine it with 지않다 to make negative sentences and to combine it with 에서 sentences to talk about doing things in a place. There is also a dictation exercise below. I'm not going to do it right now, but if you do have the book or do get the book, you can make sure to do these. It's really good practice for your listening. And then the final thing is just a paragraph here. It's a full paragraph. Ooh, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but I will read through it and you can see if you can follow along, see how much you can understand. Can you see all of it? Hopefully. Okay. So we have a picture here of some girl and she's standing outside. It looks like some sort of temple. I'm going to read through first the whole thing, and then after I'll go line by line and just sort of give a translation. So first we have 저는 레이첼이에요. 역사학을 전공했어요. 지금은 캐나다에 살고 있어요. 하지만 2018년부터 2020년까지 한국에 살았어요. That's tricky. It uses some numbers. Anyway, 서울에 있는 학원에서 영어를 가르쳤어요. 한국에서 사는 걸 정말 좋아했어요. 아이들이 너무 귀여웠어요. 그리고 평일에는 다른 선생님들이랑 한국 음식을 먹는 게 정말 재미있었어요. Which book am I using? It's called the Level 2 workbook. 주말에는 가끔 친구랑 등산도 했어요. 사찰이 너무 아름다웠어요. 언젠가 한국으로 다시 돌아가고 싶어요. All right, so see how much you could kind of understand. You might not have known every word, but hopefully you could pick up kind of what she's talking about. I'll go through quickly and kind of break it down. So 저는 레이첼이에요. This is just, I'm Rachel. She's introducing herself, her name, saying I'm Rachel. 역사학을 전공했어요. That means she studied at university history. 지금은 캐나다에 살고 있어요. Right now, in Canada, I am living. 하지만 2018년부터 2020년까지. So this is from two dates. 2018년부터 is 2008. And then from 2008 until 2020년 is 2020. Wait, 2020년? 2018 to 2020. 2018년 from 2018 to 2020 한국에 살았어요. She lived in Korea. 서울에 있는 학원에서 영어를 가르쳤어요. So at a sort of learning center in Seoul, she taught English. Next, 한국에서 사는 걸 정말 좋아했어요. In Korea, living was really amazing. She really liked it. 아이들이 너무 귀여웠어요. The kids were really cute. 그리고 평일에는 다른 선생님들이랑 한국 음식을 먹는 게 정말 재미있었어요. So this is on the weekends, on sort of weekdays with the other teachers at the center. Eating Korean food with them was really fun on weekdays. And 주말에는 가끔 친구랑 등산도 했어요. On the weekends, sometimes with some friends, she also went and did 등산, which is hiking. So sometimes she also went hiking with her friends on the weekend. 사찰이 너무 아름다웠어요. The temples were really beautiful. And then 언젠가 한국으로 다시 돌아가고 싶어요 means someday I would like to return back to Korea. Okay, so that was the paragraph. There is a translation in the back and everything as well. But today we focused on learning the 거 있어요 grammar form. Just as a quick recap, this is the am doing tense in Korean. In present tense, 거 있다 becomes 거 있어요. And you can use it to make all sorts of sentences, to talk about things that you're doing either right at this moment, 지금, right now, or these days, 요즘. All right, but that is the end of this chapter. If you're wondering what book I was using, it was this book, the Level 2 workbook. This is the sequel to the Level 1 workbook. And we have a whole series of them if you're interested, if you want to practice more. And it's designed to go with our textbook, which is right here. You can see each of the lessons has a lesson in the textbook as well. All right. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I will upload this live stream on YouTube later as well, so you can always come back and reference it or see the previous live streams as well. How many books are there? There are currently 4, and the 5th book, the last book in the series, is coming out this month, end of this month. So the whole series is almost complete, levels 1 through 5. All right. I'm happy to answer any questions. Yeah, so we're currently working on book 5. We have everything else level 1 through 4, 1 through 5. There's a whole list of what the different levels cover in the textbook. We're in level 2 right now. You can see here level 3, level 4, and level 5 as well. All of the lessons kind of are in the textbook, and then each level has a workbook associated that you can sort of spend more time on and practice if you like. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you later. Bye. Thank you.